Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to Bird Speaks Tarot. This is a general read and is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. It really helps the new channel. Now that that's out of the way, let's see what Bird's got to say today. Percy, do you want to say something too? My snake is coming out. Hi. What are you doing? What you doing, Percy Pooh? No, Cleo, stay down, please. Cleo the cat doesn't like sharing attention. So, I'm grabbing the overlying energy here today. We got full moon in Scorpio tonight. We got the sun in Taurus. And it's looking like Bird wants to throw in a retrograde or a review. So we may be wanting to review things from the week, from the past in general. Astrologically, there are no current planets in retrograde, I do believe, but with this card being card 15, 1 plus 5 is 6, 6 within the house of service or Virgo, so we can be reviewing things along the lines of, what we need to get organized, what we need to, Virgo is very analytical, so, there's something that you need to take a deep dive into. Something from the past that's coming back up that needs to be looked at again. And I'm not getting like shadow work. It almost feels like I'm seeing doorways here and level ups. I feel like this card's going to come into play later on. Doorways and level ups. Maybe you need to be reviewing paperwork from the past that was maybe being done incorrectly. Something that may open or close doors. Or maybe something that did close a door for you in the past that's being looked at. Somebody else could even be looking at this. Somebody else could be doing you a service and looking at some paperwork from the past. Doing a review. Something that may have closed some doors for you that should have opened some doors for you. Something that you will be celebrating. And I'm noticing the white doves as well in these disco balls. Like you're gonna want to potty. So this is big. This card is big, and again we have another 6. So you could be a Virgo. 6th house of service. Something's going to change your whole routine, possibly. If your life's been chaotic, this could be creating some sort of order out of chaos. Yes, ma'am. It does feel like, or sir, it does feel like something from the past is being brought back around to the light. Yeah. This is incredibly good news for you. If you know what I'm talking about, please write it down in the comments, because I would like to live vicariously through you. Bring me some good news today, hey? So, Dragonfly Spirit Change. Okay. I feel like this, whatever this change is going to change your entire life. The entire way you live. Maybe the entire way you've lived your whole life. I feel like there's some sort of communication. This is 12, so 3. Communication could possibly be coming in from a Gemini. Or it could just be Uranus moved into Gemini, so there's a lot of easy communication. Things that maybe weren't able to get through before are able to get through now. And I believe the dragonfly symbolism, I bet it's in the book. Give me a sec. 312. Just want a quick glance here. Okay, so they're also known for making incredibly fast turns. So, like I said, whatever change this is, it's going to happen really fast. It's going to change the entire directory of your life or how you live it. Like, the 6th house Virgo is what you do on a daily, like your routines, whether it be like your home routines, like before work. You know, like, do you clean your house every Saturday? Like, it's something you do routinely. It's also something that will be affecting your health and wellness. Okay, Cleo, if you want to sit on my lap, you're going to have to get comfy. Being that this dragonfly is involved, I feel like you're going to be able to literally have like a 360, like it's going to be like a 180, and then you can do a 360, and what I see when I say that is like flying all over the world. I know that sounds bigger than life, especially if you're somebody who hasn't had a vacation in years, or maybe ever at all. Maybe you're not somebody that maybe you're not somebody that has ever had a vacation in the sense of, you know, palm trees and sandy beaches. But something looks like it's going to be drastically different from one day to the next. So they're a master of change. Yeah, I think I'm kind of getting them mixed up with like a butterfly, because I really thought they were about transformation. I mean, change is transformation, but whatever I'm looking for is probably going to come out in the cards later on. So, Bird, give me a Wild Things Oracle. I love this deck. I want to know what we're celebrating. Ooh. Remember who you are. So, if you haven't been feeling it yourself, and we could be talking about for literal years, possibly decades, could be just for the last couple days. But remember who you are. She looks like somebody who knows who she is. Very capable, very unique. She definitely has her own style, and I'm sure that little Mrs. there doesn't let anybody tell her what to do. And then we have the cow. I love this cow, the Highlander cow. Now this is a symbol of nourishment, motherhood, I believe goddess as well. There's a lot of, you know, we have some religions that respect cows in a way, like, you know, they don't eat them and stuff. What do we got? What are we celebrating? What is in review? If the letter comes out or the journal, I won't be surprised. What's in review? Some sort of petty argument was had, or something was brought back up. Maybe something has been brought back up repeatedly. Somebody can't stop thinking about something. Maybe it's out of guilt. But it looks like somebody could be being scolded or objecting to, you know, if something's paperwork, say, has come up in review, somebody could be opposing, or in the past has opposed whatever information this is. Could be a way of life. Celebration. You're gonna have a choice to make. Or somebody had a choice to make. Tell me about change in Dragonfly Spirit. So I just saw, it didn't come out, but I just saw home and rider. So somebody wants to bring some sort of stability. Why did I say that so stability? Or whatever this is going to bring stability towards you. It's going to make you happy. Remember who you are. If your confidence maybe isn't what it used to be, or, you know, maybe just life, maybe you've gotten older, you had to adjust to a new way. I know all about that. People are talking about this or worried. Or they're talking about you. You know, if people aren't talking about you, if everybody agrees with you, you're doing something wrong. If everybody's talking about you, you're doing something right. That's how I look at it. That's my experience. Tell me about this mother figure, this cow, this nourishment. Love. This is kind of giving me the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, in the tarot, is by the water. Calm water. Because the Queen of Cups has control over her emotions. Now, she's also sitting on the edge of the water because she's grounded. This is very much giving me Queen of Cups. Someone very loving and nurturing and sweet and kind. And cute. Bottom of the deck, it looks like we're in a lucky time. And I think Uranus and Gemini, it does bring a lucky time. Why I say that, I'm not sure. No idea. That could be wrong astrologically. Uranus is the planet of luck, is it not? I really got to start waking up before I get on here and talking to you guys. Maybe get a little more caffeine in there. But you're my favorite people, so I want to wake up and talk to you guys. Bear with me. What's the challenge during this review of this retrograde? What is happening repeatedly? Or what had happened repeatedly? I say had because of the retrograde is usually speaking about like reverse, past, right? That's too many cards. Family, fox, mice, sun. Ooh. Families exposed for doing something to destroy you. Maybe going to the crosswords for spell work. You know, because we have family. We have exposure. What is done in the dark will come to the light. When you have it next to the fox, we have somebody sneaking around to try to make somebody sick, depleted, destroyed. And, you know, they had a choice to make. And they chose... at the bottom of the deck, funny enough, was the practitioner. The snake, really, but this particular one, the practitioner. So, you know, they were... maybe they're being under review as to, like, you know... yeah. But no one card really fell out. So, Bird, give me one card for this whip and broom here. I would actually suggest that you guys do some at least general cleaning today. Sweep your house if possible, even if it's not like, you know, sweep the air if you don't mind doing a little hoodoo anyway. Sweep or folk magic, as we like to call it over on this side. It's a little mix of this and that, you know. Sweep your house from east to west. Basically with the sun. In with the day, out with the night. Bring the positive light into your home. The way my doors are set up, unfortunately, makes that very difficult. So I personally have to, like, sweep the air rather than the dirt, so to speak. But that works. If you don't have bells to clear the... do some sound cleansing as well. While you're doing the sweep, you can clap to break up any stuck energy. Bird, what's the challenge for this review? Are you not awake either, buddy? Like what? Okay, check it out. So I'm going to take these two, but somebody's burdened by this information, and I wasn't completely shocked, though I love it when it happens, that this letter came out. So some sort of information, some sort of paperwork specifically is being reviewed, that they were trying to block. They're certainly arguing over what this new information is. Tell me about this crossroads. So we're celebrating a choice, yeah? And I notice we have two master numbers side by side, 11 and 22. So there is loyal supporter out there. There is somebody who now it says 10 of hearts. This is somebody who, if not is your family or in your family, wants to be your family. If they're not already your family. This is somebody who loves and supports you, I'm not sure if you know that. 1 plus 8 is 9. Now, this could be, honestly, either somebody with the dog for their Chinese zodiac sign. It could also be a life path number 9. It does seem like I said, it's either someone from your family or somebody who wants to be your family. So there's change coming that's going to make you happy. Something that is going to open doors that were previously closed. Here we are. There's a gentleman who wants to commit to you. Or make a promise to you. Somebody who wants to make you happy. Now, again, I normally don't take 2 cards. So, Bert, if you could just give me 1 card to kind of sum that up, that'd be great. And, of course, we have this is the same card in a different form. We may have had somebody, like a third party, get in the way before. Or this could be somebody from the past. Somebody obviously knows who you are. Because they're a huge fan. What are people talking about, or they're going to be talking about? Then people are certainly talking about you. It feels positive as I say that. The sun again flips out. People see you, and maybe they didn't see you in the past because this is a change, right? Somebody could have believed something about you before that wasn't true. There could have been widespread rumors. Somebody could have had a smear campaign about you, but it's looking like if these people were the ones doing the smear campaign, they're certainly being brought to the light. People are seeing you for exactly who you are and not who this possible person said you are. It feels like a third party. Like I said, maybe somebody got in the... Whether the person from the past cheated or not, they had somebody in their ear talking about you in a negative way. It could be the worst case scenario as well, where they actually, say, stole your man or your woman. This also could be a Taurus who loves you. This is typically in this particular animal druid deck is symbolic of a female, but also Taurus, right? And if you've watched any other of my ratings, Taurus keeps coming up. King of Pentacles specifically keeps coming up in your energy for somebody who wants to come back. There's some sort of tower here. I almost said block, but that would really be the Mountain card. Something to do with maybe this Taurus could be lonely. Could have something to do with business. Some sort of solid foundation. This really could be a possible business that's been built up. This could be a business owner. It could be some sort of official person Because it's kind of give me, if you know the Kipper deck, it's kind of give me the official person. And so that's kind of making me think that this is a non-player type person. May, again, like I had said, have someone chirping in their ear. But I'm not sure if that was, you know, they could, the gossip could have been that you were the cheater with this person. Again, owls, whatever it is, people are talking. Now, I don't think this information has come to you yet. By the way of the cards, it looks like it's something that may be in your very near future, so like this week. And it may be brought to you by your loyal supporter, yet they're still on the crossroads. So I don't know if this has been set in stone just yet. I'm being called to grab the handwritten. I got three separate decks of those, so you may hear me reference splitting of the decks when I grab more cards, because when I split the decks, so I'm seeing blacklisted 90s. That could have been in the 90s. That could have been an elder. You could have been blacklisted by an elder. You could have been chose by an elder. Your elder, who was 90, could have been blacklisted. I'm not sure. But that's what I've seen. And I also seen dumbass. So, Bird, I'm looking for under review this information that's been held back. It's causing burdens to somebody. It's causing people to argue. What type of information is this? Like, what information is being reviewed? And now, you know, I gotta tell you, the information that's being reviewed with this cross here is it's a will and testament. It's for when somebody crossed over. Looks to me like a teacher's assistant made a boo-boo. On purpose. To hide things from you. So this teacher's assistant could have been, like, if you know somebody who crossed over and they have like son or daughter, maybe even your brother's sister's cousins. I saw a female cousin come out yesterday. Yeah, like this could be like an ECE teacher. So when I see teacher's assistant, I feel like, you know, it could even be something along the lines of coach. Because it's a little bit of a broad term, these cards. So, but my senses went pinged correctly when I said ECE teacher, so early childhood educator. Looks to me like they did something very wrong with this last will and testament. Before summer, so somebody's lost respect for this teacher assistant, ECE person. Tell me about this celebration. And a loyal supporter, hopefully making the right choice. I see third house, communication. I just saw school. This person could be this person could be getting in trouble, like possibly arrested at the workplace. And I saw she a hoe. So you should know who I'm talking about at this point. You got somebody in your family who's a total hoe bag. Who happens to work at the school. I find teachers party, right? Like, isn't teachers' college known to be quite the community, if you know what I mean? I heard they party a lot. I don't know why, but teachers have a reputation for being freaking dinky. It's not really surprising that the women that are being caught up with these children, it blows my mind. Like, please, can we just go back to the regular pedos? Because girlies are making us look bad. I don't, like, it's new, right? Like, have women always been this ridiculous? So fake alien invasion came out. What? Fake alien invasion? Project Bluebeam? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this makes me think of, like, legit a female cousin that I have. Who, like, I lived with her for a very short period of time, and the first day that I was, like, brought my stuff in to her house, it wasn't a lot of stuff, because I knew it wasn't going to be a long period of time that I stayed there. It was just kind of like a landing point, you know what I mean? Because we had people over there that kind of helped us, like, move the small things that I had. She went to bed, and then she came down, and she was like, oh my god, there's shadow people in my room. There's, like, aliens in my room. And she was like, tell your friends that. And I was like, tell my friends, what are you talking about? I'm no stranger to either of those things, so maybe she was right. But I thought it was hilarious, actually. I was like, what are you talking about? And of course, nothing was up there in her room. Like I said, I've had my experience with shadow people, and I've had my, for another time and place, I've had my experience with aliens, or what I think is alien. So, maybe I'll make a short about that. But it's certainly making me think about a female cousin. That's funny. That's the only thing, though. Okay, somebody's exposing this. I mean, she kind of looked like a hoe too, right? Turns out you're tough as knives. Somebody used to work for the town that's involved with it. And your advice is to, now this could either be the initials, N-O-P. It can also mean, take no action. You really don't need to do anything for this celebration to occur. Because this hoe is exposed. And it's causing positive change. For you. Somebody in your family did you dirty. I know what you did last winter. Coming for you was their biggest mistake. Yeah, there's a change. If she's been living, say, like, the high life, off of your bank, off your dollar, somehow from this will that, this money that was supposed to be left, from you. HIJ also flew out. OES family, so Order of the Eastern Stars. If you know your family's a part of that and you're not, then this is definitely for you. So basically the Women's Sanction of the Freemasons. That's hilarious. I just heard the word imposter. Get rich quick. Female cousin. Get out of here. Get out of here. Bird, throw me down a card. There we go. Honeypot got an implant tracker in your body. You knew this. So you could have dated somebody in your past, particularly if that person happens to be a hunter, like they like to hunt, like deer, moose, whatever. Have you ever woke up and felt like you came out of a coma and you thought it was weird? It was almost like you left your body, like, you're like, man, did somebody drug me? Like, maybe, you know, joking around, like, oh my god, I just came out of a coma. The guy maybe you were dating wasn't, Have you ever thought you've been injected with a tracker? What they do is they normally shoot them into their prey. Like, if they see a deer or a moose, they will put this tracker into the animal so when they shoot it and it takes off, they can find it easy, instead of losing it. And so they're using this on women. They're putting trackers in women's body instead of the animals that are trying to hunt, because guess what? You're actually the hunted. This female cousin, this ECE teacher wants your essence. This is somebody you've probably blocked repeatedly, and they keep showing up in your people you may know. As somebody you knew died before their time, and they had something to do with it. So I got the next stack. Remember who you are. People are talking about your light. Home care. So home care may be a field you want to go into because you're a natural healer. Yeah, that's very possible. Though I feel like somebody who maybe was crossing over had somebody taking care of them, like professional from, you know, like a home care place, PSW type of person, and they told this person something. They told people like what to. They exposed something to the home care worker, and the home care worker was like, "Oh, I have to take this to the authorities." Body bags for everybody. That's intense. And tried to take you out, but only awoken your gifts. And tell me about this Taurus. Sorry, this could also be like a Queen of Cups nurturing somebody who's blackmailed. Somebody who's black, you know, they could have been blocking your love life. They could have been doing anything to block your love life. Maybe it has something to do with, like, you know, say you got married and that brought attention to you. They don't want any... Maybe they just want you in the Five of Pentacles, like broken, busted, disgusted, right? But somebody was being blackmailed. Could be a Taurus. They know you're a prophet now. And either they're grateful for you, or they know you're a person who just is appreciative of what they have, whether that is some sort of financial gain or... you know, the little things. Like, I love my little snack over there. Huh, Parsley? People are talking about you being lucky. I mean, something's coming in that, like I said, is going to have you celebrated. Oh, I got a little bit of time left on my battery. Tell me more about this celebration. The other thing I saw was before summer. So this is going to happen before summer, sometime between May and the end of June. When's it officially summer? March is spring. When's summer? I feel like I should know this, and I probably would if I had another coffee in me, but when is the first day of summer? June 21st. Okay. So between now and June 21st, you don't have a lot of time. Tell me about this fake alien invasion. Oh, maybe you get to leave before the fake alien invasion happens, because they're totally doing that. They're working on if you've heard of Project Bluebeam, right now I'm pretty sure they're spraying the skies to have all the nanoparticles there so they can project the fake aliens. I'm not saying that aliens aren't real, because, I mean, we are. But this will give you the ability to move to comet waters before the fake alien invasion happens. That's what I'm picking up. So, KO, can you stop staring at the snake of snakes? She wants to come out. So you're gonna have to get down. Honey pot got an implant in your body. Yeah, there you go. The magician, somebody who manipulated you into thinking they were the real deal. Holyfield. And they were the hunter. What happened to the hunter who put an implant in your body? Because, on the other side, you shouldn't mess with an earth angel because they got backup, right? Like, they may look alone, small, cute, and innocent. And, maybe you are small, cute, and innocent. But the spirit guides that you got backing you up, homie, yeah, you can't mess with that. What happened to this magician? What happened to this manipulator? What happened to this manipulator? What happened to this honeypot? Well, they were successful in getting the tracker in. And then they died. Yeah. So, after you get the information that's on its way, you'll have a reason to celebrate, and I suggest that maybe you take some of that celebration and figure out if that tracker is still tracking. Now, as far as I've researched, the trackers stopped working in anywhere from a few months to a few years. So this could have, your person who put a tracker in your body, this could have been not yesterday. This could have been legit years ago. 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago, you would know. And the person who did it paid dearly. God lets things kind of get to a certain level to let you know, first of all, what's happening, and also to show the opposition who's boss. So, you know, it's... I heard a lady say it once in a movie where it's like, why would the devil let you know you're in the cage? It's, you know, the reason you're living a nice life being a piece of shit is because the devil wants you to be comfortable being a piece of shit. So when the time comes, the door closes. Like, there's no way out, you know? Tell me about home care. This ends the cycle. So I feel like somebody exposed to a home care worker about what was going on and who you actually are. Like, I don't know if maybe this person at the end of life had dementia and, like, literally just, like, spilled all the beans that they've been keeping secret for the last 10, 15, 20 years. But with, you know, the mental deterioration, you know. But whatever this did, you know, they brought it to the public. This home care worker has brought it to the public. Who's being blackmailed and for what? Now, this is interesting. She's on the moon. This is the Three of Wands. She's on the moon. And she's taken off her helmet. Self-destruction. They took action, maybe to destroy you, and is being blackmailed about it. Who are they being blackmailed by? Is this Taurus being or mother figure being blackmailed by people they're fighting with? Because they're exposed, I would assume. Tell me more about this Three of Wands. Yeah, they're being blackmailed. Like, see, the people they worked with here, I think they all think they deserve more money than what they got from this. You know, like, how come you get this and how come... And they're literally being blackmailed by the same group they worked with to take this action towards you. So these people are threatening, be like, hey, look, we know exactly what you did. You know, maybe they ripped that helmet off, right? While you were in the most vulnerable, like, you were in your most vulnerable state, and they took your helmet off while being on the moon. And these people know what they did because they helped what they did. And now there's no honor amongst thieves, right? I just want one card for this teacher's assistant. Who is this teacher's assistant? Like, how do we know them? Work, family, how do we know them? How do we know this teacher's assistant? How do we know this person who is heavily burdened by this information? The King of Pentacles. Could be a father figure. Could be a bit of boss. You would know them through your boss, through your work. Or it could just be like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You would know them from some sort of male Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could even be like a brother or something. You would know who you should know who the people... If you know anybody about the people who are in your life, no matter who they are, it should be their birthday. Something's going to be made fair at the bottom of the deck. Somebody's coming in with some sort of apology. Looks like the Emperor. The Emperor could be a father figure. Could be an old boss. To the Queen of Pentacles. It looks like they're watching and learning something right now. It's taken a long time. But, you know, there's people out there who, for certain, have unconditional love for you. It may surprise you who these people are. And, you know, I'm not one to go back to the past, but I think everybody deserves a chance to get a second chance. Now, whether that opens up the door for a long-term permanent reconnection, that's another thing. You know, obviously you're free to decide whatever you want to do. I think this is probably the best thing to do, is make sure that you're moving to a safe place. But something for certain is being made fair there with that. Something's balancing out the scales financially, on a financial level. Very good. So I'm excited for you from now to June 21st. You'll be getting some new information about the shenanigans. And this is going to bring you a whole new life. Please let me know in the comments. Like, come back, tell me your story. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I'm nosy. But I love you, and I'll see you again. Peace.